Hey everyone, Scott Kranz here. I just entered the Central Cascades, and the landscape is covered in snow, and the orange larch are holding on to their needles. The goal today is to find unique perspectives and compositions in what is otherwise a very iconic landscape. It should be a beautiful morning.
Well, good morning from the Central Cascades. It is a beautiful morning. Mid-fall, fresh snow, and we have some larches hanging around. So, I am here in the Mount Stewart area, and yeah, winter is definitely creeping in, but we're here this morning and hoping to get some landscape photography. I was a little reluctant to come to this exact spot because it's so iconic. Mount Stewart, which is right behind me here, is such a beautiful, iconic mountain, and it's been photographed so often. I've definitely photographed it my fair share of the time. And sometimes I'm reluctant to go to those spots, but then at the same time, I accept the challenge of coming there and getting, less obvious shots or less iconic shots from these spots that are known for maybe a particular type of image. So that's what I'm hoping to get today. So on that note, the first thing that actually caught my eye was not the mountain itself, but these kind of pre-sunrise colors off into the distance. And the mountain ridge lines kind of create a V above which there are these repeating mountain layers with beautiful colors and clouds above them. It's definitely gonna be a telephoto shot, so we're gonna start out with this one. Getting cold, but not for too long. The sun is popping out over the horizon there. Just beautiful colors right in that little nook of ridge lines. I'm shooting all the way at 200 millimeter. At f4 and a low ISO. Let's see how this goes. Just a stunning scene. Try one vertical as well. Nice. First shot of the day, and the sun is just coming up. So it's still early morning light at the moment, and as you can see, this larch grove is just getting hit by the day's first light. But it's so early that the ridge line that makes up its background is still in shadow. And when I'm looking for a composition, especially if it's not, one of the iconic kind of classic compositions that kind of lays itself out for you, you have to, keep your eye open for certain details. One of which is, how is the backdrop working for your composition or not working? In general, when I have a lit subject and if I can find a shadowed background, that sort of contrast is going to allow for a stronger composition and just accentuate the quality of light. So yeah, in this instance, I'm going to take a shot of these larch fairly soon in the next minutes, because it won't be too much longer that ridge line behind it is lit, but at the moment it's in shadow. So.
While this wasn't my favorite image from the outing, I did love the stark contrast between the bright orange branches of the larch and the cool background. After this initial image, I stepped back and experimented with some other compositions, including this shot, which I shot through some immediate large branches in front of me.
So as I've been capturing my first several shots and compositions of this outing, I keep on looking up to these peaks up here. And they're catching my eye, one, because they're amazingly covered in some like ice and snow, but also because there's beautiful side light at the moment. Because there's side light on those particular peaks, it's really giving shape and depth and an understanding of the texture of the rock on those peaks. Those particular peaks, if I waited maybe another hour or two, they'd be mostly or at least partially front lit and just wouldn't have the same power, I think, at the moment. So I'm gonna snap a photo of those with the telephoto. I've also seen this larch below the peaks, and I was also considering incorporating that element into the composition. One, because it's a beautiful golden larch among snow, which really makes that orange-yellow color pop. But there is also a hesitancy on my part to not make too busy of an image or a composition. So I might try both compositions and see which one I like. So.
This first version of this composition without the larch tree is my personal favorite between the two. I just find the mountain so striking, and I love the cool temp of the image. I did include in the second image with the larch. I'd be really curious to hear which one you prefer and why.
What a morning. This has been an absolutely stunning start to the day. I've been spending the last, half an hour just kind of exploring compositions from this particular outcropping, and it's been fantastic. At this point in time, light has mostly filled the valley and the sun's getting a little bit higher, so we're losing the softest of light that we had, around sunrise and post sunrise. But still dramatic scene to be had, with this particular mountain, Mount Stewart, probably the second highest non-volcanic peak in Washington State. So, but yeah, I'll be wrapping up here. Definitely a success in terms of an outing. First and foremost, always just good to get out. It's a blessing, I have such privilege to be out here, and I never try to forget that. So, and a bonus to snag some photographs and that I can take back, edit, share, and so yeah, super happy with that. So I'm gonna be creating more videos like this, and I hope you found this video helpful. I'm wanting to share more about how I create my photographs, create my imagery, how I approach the creation process, especially in a spot like this where I wasn't really gunning for the iconic classic compositions and instead looking for the less obvious compositions, and really having to stop and notice and work a particular scene before taking a composition, and really make deliberate decisions when it comes to the arrangement of the shapes, forms, and lines within that image, and make deliberate decisions about its design. So hopefully the few examples that I shared were helpful. And yeah, I'll be definitely creating more videos like this. And I'd love your support, and that will support me and help me create more videos like this. So if you could like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment with either a question or just letting me know what types of videos or information you'd like to see me cover in future videos. That'd be super helpful. So, all right, well, that's it for now. I will see you all in the next video. See you out there on the trail, and take care out there. Thanks.